How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with some Eve Echoes. It's patch day tomorrow, but they give us the patch notes a day early, so let's take a look at them and see what we're going to be expected to wake up to. Mind you, time zone wise, that is not entirely a true statement. Let's take a look at the patch notes and we'll go over them and see what I feel like what impact they're going to have, if we can take a look and highlight some of the issues that they're fixing. So first up, we have insurance feature new update. Now this one's kind of deep. We're gonna kind of graze over it because it's gonna deserve its own full deep dive once it launches tomorrow, because it still seems a little bit confusing. But now insurance can be used to recover most ships, modules, and rigs fitted on ships. The insurance points required to recover ships and modules are determined by the estimated market value of the items. The insurance points required for recovery are calculated when a battle loss occurs, and discounts are available for deposited insurance points. After recovering the player's ships and modules, the insurance system will purchase similar items from the market according to the status of the deposit pool. Interesting. It sounds like it's auto buying off the market. So this is after recovering the player's ships and modules, the insurance system will purchase similar items from the market according to the status of the deposit pool. That means if that's true, this insurance system will not hurt industry, which is phenomenal. It's sort of like an investment into auto buying the ships. It's costing the person less, I suppose, potentially through insurance value. That's all they give us. So we'll have to dive deeper in insurance when we get a chance to tomorrow. Improved the corporation hangar and wallet review system. Added a no review quota and a reduced review time. Players who have joined a corporation for more than 60 days and have tech level 8 or higher can enjoy 80% less audit time for using Corp Hangar and Wallet. That is incredible. But players who have joined for 30 days and have tech 7 or higher can enjoy 60% less time. And people who have joined for under 7 days will have 100% longer audit time for using the corporation hangar, and also cannot use the corporation wallet. Now, does 100% longer perfectly, the actual words themselves mean it's going to double your normal audit that you would have had before. But they probably are actually doubling your normal audit. It's probably not by 100%. It could just mean the hangar use is normal, but you have 100% longer time using the hangar and 0 access to wallet. Now this is something that will actually, this combined with the contract changes will actually impact botting, which is what they're doing. They're rewarding people who stay in corps for a long time, and they're really punishing the corp jumpers, which is going to be a lot of the bots. But a lot of time we need to jump between corps, bridge between corps to move ISK from one entity, one corp wallet to another corp wallet. Boy, is this ever going to make that hard. I can already see this impacting my own operations, and I'll have to figure out a way around it. Ship tech level adjustment. Tempest and Raven levels have been adjusted to T9, down from T10. I actually don't know how to say that word. Rock and Maelstrom have been adjusted to T10. You know what? This is a little hard to digest. Now, if you were planning on running a rock, and I apologize, I'm gonna use rock, and if it's wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. If you've been planning on running a rock or a Maelstrom, you're less than a month away from T9. You're already skilling into those battleship skills. That is extremely unfair. I have to take a closer look at those ships exactly to see their impact. I do believe one of them is a railgun ship, and we might not have a T9 railgun battleship anymore. So if you were committing to large railgun skills, you just got shafted. That being said, Tempest and Raven, I'm going to have to take a closer look at them, probably look at builds of them even. And they're now popping up. Maybe you want to consider them for your T9 lineup. Now, tapping a location you saved before will directly launch an autopilot there. Yes! Anything that saves me clicks, I am all for. Now, tapping go there under a save station location will directly navigate you to the station. Also fantastic. Any reduction in clicks makes my life so much easier. Gift contract adjustment. In order to reduce the impact of price fluctuations, the contract valuation difference was adjusted from 150% to 200% in order to improve the convenience of player contract transactions. The consumption limit for accepting contracts from T1 to T6 characters has been reduced from 200 to 40. So now you can accept 5 contracts from T1 to T6 per day. And the consumption limit for accepting T7 gift contracts has been reduced from 20 to 4. That 4 will have very little impact. That's 50 contracts from T7s in a day. I've actually capped myself out from T7 since the last patch, so this will make my life significantly easier. Now you can tap your own ship and then save current location to save the location you're in. Okay, I like that. Now all normal belts of ore have a life cycle of 3 hours. You know what? This is a nice complement to the update that I actually complained about in the last patch where they made the belts. Basically, my issue was you could have a belt with only 40% of his ore left last forever. So I would log off, log back in the morning to do some more mining, and I would see the belt. I would literally see the belt that I was mining in last night still there with 40% ore. And it's annoying. It only cost me maybe 10 minutes of cleaning up a belt before I can get back to operating, but it still sets me back. I do like this. This also is a buff to people who use like Venture 3s and snipe good ores out of belts. They will actually despawn and respawn. However, after 3 hours, which does not make it like the old system. In the old system, you could mine 1 to 3 asteroids out, leave, do it to 4 belts in the system, and those belts will keep recycling themselves on a cycle, which was really nice. At least we're getting some kind of recycling now. It is 3 hours. Added warp fleet option to the fleet members operation menu. Maybe this lets you warp fleet to a person in your fleet. Added warp fleet option to the fleet members operation menu. So the only thing I can think of here is when we have our fleet open, if I go ahead and just pick a contact here, I think if I go add a contact, I can go like this and team up, and it should make me a fleet. Yep, not a fleet. Fleet was made for you, so now we can get into the character menu. I think either when I'm clicking on myself here or I'm clicking on a member in the squad, I might be able to click on them and do a warp fleet. We'll see. Exactly how this will play out, I'll have to see tomorrow, which is why I like to look and kind of get a head up on the patch notes, and then, you know, we take another look when the day starts. Improved optimize the icon display in the scene to improve the client performance. And anything they can touch on performance, they know. We've been pumping out battles that have been pushing this game to the max. They know, and they also know that they have to keep improving on that, or it's going to go downhill. So anytime they say improvements to the game, to the performance, keep that coming. Added warp fleet option to the fleet members operation menu. So where that is and what we're going to be able to do with that, we'll have to wait until tomorrow to really see. Dragging the warp and warp fleet buttons in the fleet members operation menu can control the warping distance. Now we can warp fleet to a distance. Operation menu. Yeah, okay, cool. So maybe we can actually do warp fleeted at 100 meters now. That's obviously what that's going to do for us. Now you can deliver assets that were unable to be delivered to a Capsuleer outpost or Corporation Citadel. Nice. Probably ties in with that weird bug about not being able to dock places. Added price comparison to the buy page and the purchase in bulk page. Okay. Buy page and purchase in bulk page. I'm actually not 100% sure what that is, and I'm going to leave that there. We'll take a look at it tomorrow, perhaps. Added buy page and purchase in bulk page. Adjusted the warping velocity of some battleships. Now the warping velocity of a battleship is 2 AU. Very slow. Now banned accounts will be able to see a detailed reason for the ban on the banned screen. This is actually really good. I mean, you should know why you got banned. There should be a description. There should be a detailed reason. Now, this is a balance beam for most developers. Giving out detailed reasons as to why people were banned gives the people getting banned for the right reasons, the wrongdoers, let's call them, information to use to dodge bans more in the future. But it's also just it's for people who get banned accidentally, or the people who got banned who shouldn't have got banned. This gives them more information to defend themselves and hopefully get unbanned when they should. It's a double-edged sword, but more visibility is always invited. improved the display of skills and time on the character selection screen. Okay, we'll have to see how that improvement looks like tomorrow. Now you can scroll on the language list. You can scroll the language list on the login screen. The info, improve the info and notice display. A bunch of QOL updates. We love these. Items traded in ITC have 50% less trade lock time. Okay, trade lock time is like an audit, I suppose. Added new models. Added new models for Strip Miner. This sounds like we might be getting faction strip miners, and if that's the case, then that's insane. That makes me really happy I didn't buy MK9s that are like 60 mil each right now. I've been forgetting to buy them. I'm like, oh shit, they're so expensive now, so when T9 hits I'm gonna be screwed. But holy smokes, this might be us getting faction strip miners, but where would they start dropping? Now this could be new models, but they already redesigned the strip. They already redesigned this strip model, strip miner model picture. So I don't think we're getting, and they're using a plural here, plural of models. So they're not changing what the strip miner looks like. I think we're getting new strip miners, which is that's massive, and that is going to affect the market huge. Your MK7s and 9s, which have such an inflated value right now, are about to be worthless if that is true. So that's going to be something to take a look at. This is not financial advice, but you might want to try to unload your MK9s or 7s. But also, this is a gamble. So do you want to take the gamble? You might lose 200, 400 mil in value overnight if you have multiple accounts you've tried to prep MK9s for. Added advanced quests in advanced pilot tutorials. Get a couple more quests. You know, usually there's some free skill points in those, and they give us chips. Transport missions now display the correct delivery hold volume. This was actually really annoying. I have a bunch of friends who do a ton of deliveries in high sec. It's what they do on their alt. They have a couple alts that they do deliveries on almost 24/7. The delivery system has so many glitches and stuff, so any improvements to that, I'm glad to see. Chat window will no longer be closed during a Stargate jump. So last patch they fixed our chat not disappearing. So what you've typed in will no longer go poof. We already have that. But the chat window still closed on the jump. It just took your text and saved it, but you had to reopen the chat window to continue talking, but what you typed was still there. Now they fixed all of it. Now your chat window will not even close while jumping. Fantastic. I love quality of life updates. I've played so many games where they never do quality of life updates, and there's still so many extremely tedious things for you to do in game. But there's new content, and they're updating the game, which is great. But they don't really hone in on helping you enjoy the content that's already there, and I'm glad to see that. The sharing features will now adopt a unified interface. Sharing features will now adopt a unified interface. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what that is about. Revamped the overview icon for all bases. Fantastic. Updated the resources related to the Guardian Rally event. Maybe that's a new event coming tomorrow? Guardian Rally event. I don't know what that is. You can view the kill mail of the same corporation member in the corporation management interface. Is that kill mail? KM? Kilometers away from you? I don't know. Maybe all your kill mails from all your corporation members will filter into one spot now, but that doesn't make any sense. You can view the KM of the same corporation member in the corporation management interface. Well, the corporation management interface is this. You can view the KM? Also got no idea. None. Fix the conflict between player name and so issues. We fixed an issue where the removal of fuel from a corporation outpost fuel hangar would not be restricted by the trade lock. This had nothing to do with stealing fuel. I actually read this somewhere else and people were interpreting this immediately wrong. I see this is just trade lock is simply an audit timer, which is whatever. So there was no restriction before, and there still isn't now. There was no audit timer on removing fuel from a corporation outpost or fuel hangar, and now there's going to be an audit timer. This isn't like security increased or lost anywhere. There wasn't a trade lock. The trade lock is an audit timer. They refer to it higher up in the patch notes here, where they say you're going to get 50% less trade lock when trading at an ITC. Trade lock is just an audit timer. Fixed the conflict between player name and rich text that could cause an error in share links. Hopefully this might actually address the people's names with no letters. There's some certain icons you can use in your name right now, and your name comes up as blank, and it's extremely abusable, really. That should not be possible, because then you don't know who's on grid, and yeah. Fixed an issue where delivery location showed in the Citadel did not match the actual delivery location in some regions. This basically is just referring back to where they talked about fixing some Citadel-related delivery issues. And that is going to be it. That will finish off our patch notes. So not bad. Actually, one of the most exciting things here is going to be whatever in the world this models for strip miner means. And that's going to be massive and have a huge market impact. And I do believe I stumbled across something else. The ship tech level adjustments. That's massive. And then a bunch of quality of life stuff. All in all, quite a good patch. We're getting some new content no matter what. Some improvements. We're going to have to really kind of... I'm one person that actually bounces an alt between corps quite often to do some corp wallet tax evasion, I like to call it. That is going to be a lot harder to do now. Near impossible. Because this means I would have to leave a corp, wait 24 hours, join a corp, wait 7 days. I'm at 8 days now. Withdraw from the corp wallet, leave. That's day 9. Join the new corp and wait 7 days. It takes me 16 days to go from one corp, pick up money in another corp, and come back to the first corp. So we're really not going to be able to operate like that anymore. So that's one of the biggest changes this patch is going to have on my operation. Let me know how you feel about the patch, though, in the comments down below. What's your favorite part? Anything you're looking forward to? And can you interpret anything slightly different than me? I'd love to hear it. Some of these things I've actually just admitted I've no idea what it's talking about. We'll have to see it tomorrow. That's going to do it for the patch notes today, though. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Like, subscribe, share the video. I greatly appreciate it. But most of all, don't forget, stay classy.